The first question will just be just to inspire every other person here, how you got into farming.
My own long story still stems from family upbringing. I can't forget the taste of fresh corn that is harvested from farm. When it's time for harvest and my mother harvests the corn, you either boil or roast it. The taste is unforgettable. Because you go to the market and buy the ones in the market, it's not the same. So every day I keep longing for this fresh taste. But quietly, in school, I read physics education. Has nothing to do with agriculture. I didn't even study agriculture in secondary school at all. My school was not offering it. But still, whether you offer agriculture or not, you will eat food. You will eat food. So, and I wasn't really satisfied with the fact that I seem not to have an option. When I go to the market, is there anything they present? I must pay money and collect it. Some of them you reach home, you can't even eat it. So those things kept paining me until the time I became a pastor's wife. I look at the women, very poor, and as the leader of the women, I became more concerned. What can I do? Sometimes people will come to your house. Pastor, Biko, nothing to eat. And this is the village where you can get food. There's bush everywhere. So a new burden started. I started thinking, how can I help? Empowerment. You go and buy a machine and give this person. Teach the person how to do chin-chin. Empowerment. Give the person motorcycle, empowerment. The person is still hungry. Still hungry. So that whole burden now drove me to the point I started thinking how to truly empower these village women. And I remember that in some of the seminars we organized in the church, I invited this my brother, please, because all this is talk about farming used to enter everybody that is around him into their ear. I said, please come and teach these people. He brought his friends, they came, taught us, fish, everything. How you can just run some of these things with small butter, small things in your house. And that is how we actually began. And in some of those trips he's talking about, myself and some of my friends also had to go with him to see with our own eyes, to be inspired, to do the obvious. And that is, of course, how we now got involved. And I also saw it because I'm a preacher. I saw it that you don't preach to hungry people and not show them how they can get food to eat. Doesn't make sense. You're preaching to the person, whatever you're preaching, you show the person where to get food to eat so that he does not start misbehaving and start doing the things that you didn't teach him to do. And that was another level of inspiration. And so we now got into community trainings, training people in church, and all of that. And finally, I want to say, that drive has gone just beyond these ones I'm saying. That was how we got into whatever you're seeing that is company today. Didn't start as company. It's not that we planned to do company. But somehow, seeing the needs of the people, trying to respond to it, people were like, initially we used to get all these seeds and share to people as mission to the villages and communities. We are still giving small sample, these things. Sometimes some people get sample seeds from us. Plant, harvest, eat. And at a point, some people now began to show interest that they would like to do business with this. So we have to go and source for good quality seeds for them. And I know that even the whole story of the cucumber, he was the one that started talking of cucumber because I didn't like cucumber at all. Because of those things my sister talked about. Those gummy feelings when you eat cucumber. I said, I don't like this thing. It doesn't have taste. Then you start gumming in your mouth. I don't like it. But he was the one that kept encouraging us that let's go for cucumber. Cucumber has a short time to mature. That people will enjoy it. Especially our people here who don't like commercial farming. If you get them the one they will just plant and after 1.5 months they are getting harvest. They will pick up. From there, they can start going to other crops. And actually that experiment by the grace of God worked. It worked because people are planting cucumber everywhere. Yes, so many people that we taught how to plant cucumber in the southeast are going around claiming that they are the ones that started cucumber. No problem, nobody is competing with who started first. But the important thing is that people have started. And when we go around, we see people planting it and selling. We are happy. It is like project number 1 succeeded. But then, we will not pinch all our tent in cucumber and remain there. Because cucumber, you will not cook soup with it. And you will not cook stew with it. We also need to advance. There were some set of women that started progressing in carrot. But it's like disease or something hit them. They ran away. In Imo State here. I felt bad. We need people to carry one other crop and push it. You will meet a lot of obstacles, but you will refuse to be discouraged and keep pushing. Because if you keep pushing, the more problem you have, the more expert you are going to become. Because those problems are training you. And when you have gone through them, you can sit down and start teaching other people. So we should not wait until they finish the whole research before you start. So follow those who will be the number 1 to get the research. So please, tomato is our crop of the year. And that is the crop we want to conquer. It's still giving us trouble. It's giving so many people trouble. We are succeeding in many of the projects. But then we want to conquer it. So that baskets of tomato can come out from some of these, I think people in Southwest have gone far, but those in South and Southeast are still just consumers. You may not be able to produce enough, but at least take a little share from the market. Watermelon is there. It's still an open field. We are still working on it. Please, you can join. If it fails, go back again. Just do small so that you won't lose so much. Thank you very much.